national team. The three Lions, Marcus Rashford and Jordan Henderson, returned to England's squad as Thomas Tuchel named his first team since taking charge. Rashford, revitalised after a January transfer on loan to Aston Villa, last played for England a year ago. 34-year-old Henderson earned his first call-up since November 2023 after spells in Saudi Arabia, and then Ajax saw him fall down the pecking order. Arsenal's Myles, Lewis-Skelly and Newcastle's Dan Burn received their first senior call-ups. Tuchel, appointed in January, begins England's 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign against Albania on Friday, followed by a home clash against Latvia on the 24th of March. The squad reflects Tuchel's early tactical decisions as he reshapes England's approach for the road to the World Cup. Now, looking at this list now, do you doubt Tuchel's ambition if you do well with the club, with England or not?
No, I don't think there's anything to doubt here. Are there any names that jump out to you that maybe shouldn't be on this list?
Henderson?
Or names? Yeah, so, but you know, Thomas Tuchel is a coach that really, really values experience, and then he looks to see how some of the older players can play a major role in guiding the younger players. I'm excited for some additions. Myles, Lewis-Skelly is one of them. He's had a really, really good time at Arsenal. It's been a breakthrough season for him, and we know the left-back role is a problematic one for England. Lewis Hall was my go-to man to definitely start in this position for England. Unfortunately, he's been ruled out due to an injury. So I think Myles, Lewis-Skelly being on this particular one. Gerald Kwanzaa, maybe a bit of a question mark on that particular one. But I think all in all, we could see potential back three. And if there's something you know about Thomas Tuchel, especially from his time at Chelsea, he's a coach that knows how to get victories in cup competitions, got them to numerous FA Cup and Carabao Cup finals, won the Champions League with them. So he's suited for knockout football. So eventually, if they get to the World Cup, I'm not saying they're going to win it, but I think he's the kind of coach that can give them a good standing and a platform to potentially challenge for the World Cup.
And then there's Rashford on loan to Aston Villa. He's back in the squad and doing well for Aston Villa, making a return to the team. And I think we should also mention Jared Bowen.
Yeah,
plays for West Ham United, also been included in that team. It feels like Tuchel is up to something with the England national team.
Yeah, it's interesting. We know that he's been looking forward to getting this particular team out because he was officially named as the coach, starting work on January 1st, but couldn't do anything until now. So I think it's really exciting. The opponents, you expect that England are going to steamroll them. It now be a chance for some of the new inclusions. Maybe Dan Burn will get a few minutes, depending on what position he's going to get to play. Thomas Tuchel will have a feel of what these players can do for him before the most important tournament of any national team's life.
There's also, Kyle Walker is in this team as well. I'm actually surprised that I saw Kyle Walker make the team.
What are the options?
Well,
he literally had to get Rhys James, who is just finding his fitness.
Exactly.
There are not too many options at right back. Tino Livramento definitely has been a mainstay for Newcastle. Trent Alexander-Arnold is battling with an injury.
Yeah.
So the fact that Kyle Walker is experienced and also, okay, maybe Wan-Bissaka genuinely Wan-Bissaka should have been considered. But then again, I think Tuchel wants to play a back three. Wan-Bissaka is not a wing back. Yes, he has done it for West Ham, but I don't think if you want to play a wing back for England, you would rather pick Rhys James or Kyle Walker over Wan-Bissaka. And I think that's why Walker ends up being on this list.
All right, when I can't remember that how you say that proverb now, that when you drag a child's ear to listen to you and he refuses to hear, you allow him make his mistakes. This is words going out to Tammy Abraham. There's also
Dominic. Solanke
is in the squad. There's also
Fikayo
Tomori. We've told them, come and play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. You will get starting shirts. You will play football. You will enjoy yourself. But look, Coconut Head, they said they will play for England. Now they've not been called up for only God knows how long. Now there's Tosin Adarabioyo, who is currently playing for Chelsea, and we're not even sure if you get a call-up or not. What do you make of Tammy Abraham, who is doing averagely well right there at AC Milan? And now there's a Fikayo Tomori. I don't even know where he belongs anymore.
So I think Tomori's one is the one that shocked me the most because it wasn't just Nigeria or England. He was eligible to play for Canada.
Yeah.
I think that decision to go to play for England I mean, hindsight is 2020, but I think that was a very wrong decision. For Tammy Abraham, is also strange because, I mean, Harry Kane was sparked back in the middle of an absolutely amazing run for Spurs. He was in his 20s. I don't know exactly what Tammy Abraham thought he was going to do, but hey, a lot of players talk about being confident, backing yourself. Unfortunately, he makes some mistakes. Udoka, since we're on the subject of this topic, what do you think this could mean potentially for Ethan Nwaneri? Do you think he will be looking at some of these players, Tammy, Tomori, and because he's just been named in the under-21 team for England?
Right,
Do you think Nigeria will be on his mind?
I think some weeks ago we heard, I don't want, it was just reports though, that he would also think about playing for Nigeria in the nearest future, and I wonder if that decision will come very soon, because right now he hasn't been called up to the English national team. I don't think he should be dreaming of being called up. I was even shocked that Lewis-Skelly made that team for England. But if Ethan Nwaneri doesn't make the English national team, he should actually be thinking of the other options that he has apart from playing for Nigeria and England. So it's all upon him and his parents to actually decide where he plays next. But of course, he is quality enough to play in these teams. The same way Bukayo Saka was able to find his way, to work his way into the team. It's the same way Nwaneri's talent would also help him get a shirt in that team. But who will he bench?
Fingers crossed that is the Super Eagles.